Meanwhile, Yu is very much spreading into Ming at the moment. Are they just at war with Yu? Yes, just at war with Yu, and that's a war of independence. Wait, that's a war of independence? No. Right, they would have been split out because of the war of independence. If they win it, then they become independent. Duh. Muscovy is fighting against somebody. Who is Muscovy going after? Muscovy is currently fighting against Livonian, Riga, Scotland, and Ulster. So this is expanding their Finnish territories, I suspect. Then we have... Why does that keep happening?
Mordred Viking. Twice now. Down to speed 1 even. My goodness.
Yeah, I don't know why that keeps happening. It's weird.
Don't know, Mr. Supercomputer.
My computer's running so fast you can't handle it.
She cannot handle the pressure, Captain. Alright, I'll leave you to it.
Oh, we got more wars. Tunis has broken out in conflict against Bonomi and Mosi. So, Mosi is down here. Bonomi, I'm not sure where they are. Bonomi are down there. Oh, Bonoman, sorry. Mosi and Bonoman. I can say that properly. Why does that keep happening? It's not like I'm lagging behind everyone at the moment. Just internet blips. And the stream's not had any problems. We've got a couple of drops frames, but nothing, like, significant. Haven't you set up the new CPU and stuff yet? Oh, I have! Which is why I'm kind of going, why am I having all these problems now? I really shouldn't be. Unless that's an internet glitch, but I don't think so. Next time it happens, if it happens again, I need to see just how far behind I am. If it's like a day, then I'll be just like, you're taking the piss. Austria inherited Hungary. No. They have the personal union with Hungary, but they have not inherited them yet. Oh, that was probably because I was on this map mode. It's just showing that Hungary is in a PU. Right, so what other wars are going on? We've got those ones already done. Morocco is fighting someone, and Bionvar in Ethiopia is fighting against Alodia, just finishing them off and securing the rest of their expansion. Ajuran! Wow, Ajuran's having a great game. Is Ajuran colonial? Nope, admin tech. So this is just natural spread. They've taken out Kilwa. Ajuran and Mutapa, between them, just destroyed Kilwa. They're allied to Adal and Wasungli, but Ajuran's going to be a real thorn in Ethiopia's side. Meanwhile, the Mamluks have spread down into the Horn of Africa. Oh, no, that's the Horn of Africa. The pointy bit of Africa. No, that's the Horn of Africa. This is Arabia. I feel like that has a name too, but I can't remember what it is. Regardless, Yemen has now fallen to the Mamluks, so their expansion continues. Although they are beginning to run out of targets. Depends on how the relations between the Mamluks and Ethiopia are. Mamluks are allied to Tunis and Morocco, so both of these are now friendly with each other. Are these two allied to each other? They are. So we have the North African coalition here, which is a pretty powerful power block, actually. Probably formed against Ottoman aggression and possible Castellan and French as well. Says people are falling behind, but no one really is. Like Charles is like a day behind. The Gulf is the watery bit. I mean, like this landy bit. I guess it's just Oman. And yeah, let's take a look at their ideas. So Ethiopia's gone for religious ideas, which is no real surprise, seeing as they are Coptic, and they are somewhat alone in that. They have their -10 land attrition and also the autonomy change reduction, and then their first idea, which is prestige. Technology-wise, they seem 687, so a little bit behind in military, but no worse than their neighbours. In terms of institutions, they have them all. And actually, in terms of institutions, we should be seeing the rise of colonialism, which has, in fact, yes, just spawned down here in Sevilla. So colonialism is now going to be spreading to all of those. This is also going to be an excellent opportunity for us to see if the colonialism spread will happen to Malacca, because it should be, I thought. Oh no, they have to have finished exploration ideas. So as soon as Malacca finishes exploration ideas, then colonialism will start spreading over here. So that is one of the changes made in the no institution mod that I made. Coptic is a sect of Christianity, yes. Persian Gulf, the best kind of golf to watch. Ha ha ha. It's made me really paranoid now. Tiny bit behind Mean Wolf, but by no means bad. I really want to see Renaissance and stuff. So, no, that's the spread of feudalism. We've got that bug where it only shows you one institution type. So if we go here, then institutions, I want to see all of them. There we go, that's what I wanted to see. So, feudalism still hasn't spread down here. We do have the spread of colonialism, feudalism, and Renaissance to the colonies. They've still not taken over Cameroon. They could... Oh! They are... Are these Congolese vassals? No, alliances. I was wondering if the Congo had taken over these countries yet as vassals, because then they would be just one province away from a connection to Matapa, and they already have feudalism. So they could get feudalism that way. But they do not have that connection yet, and they've still not taken Cameroon. Although I do wonder how it would work if the adjacent is a trading company. Because all of this would be. I don't think that trading companies spread institutions. But then again, I didn't think they got institutions, and these guys are definitely getting colonialism right now. Okay, so feudalism and Renaissance do not spread if you're a colonial, if you're a trading company. However, it does spread colonialism. Which is going to make it very, very hard for the Congo now to get feudalism and Renaissance. Yeah, I definitely need to add a way of players getting feudalism, I think. Did Congo change to Catholic? I don't think so, otherwise they would be getting feudalism right now. Nope. Again. I'm not behind.
I actually had to wait for you to catch up there.
But I'm not behind. I just checked. Like, as soon as it came up.
It came up, it said you were behind, and then also that you had to wait for you to catch up before I could boost the speed again. It was crazy.
Yeah, but when I actually looked at it, I'm on the same day as everyone else. I think there's just some kind of bug.
I have no idea. It's very weird.
But weird. It's your fault. I blame you. You're the host.
Hey, that's just rude. Have you seen the state of my empire now? Goodness gracious.
You mean the German Empire or the Austrian Empire?
Both.
I have not looked at it recently, I must admit. Let's do that now.
No, you haven't looked at Austria recently. Oh, I'm shocked.
No, I've looked at Austria, I just haven't looked at the HRE.
Oh, okay, sure, of course, yeah.
I'm noticing that Hungary is notably absent.
Hungary can't join the HRE. I have to actually integrate them for them.
Gotcha.
You can't bring PUs in there. But if you go to my diplomat mode...
All I'm hearing are excuses.
No, but go to the diplomat mode. Take a look at that.
Royal marriage with with Brandenburg. Alliance with Saxony. Oh, personal union Bohemia.
Yeah. Union's been restored. Hungary and Bohemia.
Interesting.
Indeed.
So we are definitely having a looming threat of Austria. So definitely some power blocks starting to emerge, which I've been watching with interest. One of the things I've been really, really fascinated by is who Friesland aligns with. Oh, they've joined Brandenburg. I guess we have our answer.
We were allied very briefly so they could restore Ostfriesland. But unfortunately, I already have 3-player allies, so we couldn't keep that.
Gotcha.
So, But yeah. All right, I'll leave you to it. Try not to slow us down anymore.
And I see that they brought Ostfriesland into the HRE, so I guess that was the deal.
Main thing. That was the main thing they needed the alliance for, was to boost the relations up to 100 to get them in the HRE.
Gotcha.
That was about it.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Yep. So the HRE is definitely expanding. It's going to be kind of fascinating to see what exactly happens here, because Few is actually doing a really, really good job at maintaining the HRE and all of the stuff that goes with that. Still being voted for, although the Palatinate clearly trying to make a couple of problems for them. Papal State's an elector. Oh, now that's interesting. Huh. So, at the moment we have Trier voting for Bavaria, Saxony, the Papal States, and Brandenburg voting for Austria. Papal States and Brandenburg, of course, being players. Bohemia, not currently voting for Austria, despite the fact that they're in a PU under them. Which effectively means that Austria is not voting for themselves, seeing as the ruler of Bohemia is the Austrian ruler. Therefore, I guess de facto the Austrian would be an elector, just not in that Austrian capacity. What's the reform desire? I don't actually know how to even check that. I can show you the Imperial Authority. Oh, you mean Reform Desire of the Faith? Hang on, that I can show you. I thought you meant the reforms. It is at 98%. So I strongly suspect that the Protestant Reformation has in fact kicked off. So Brandenburg has gone Protestant. France has gone Protestant. And that's just 2. So we are waiting for the... oh no, here we go. And Frankfurt. So I'm guessing that the centre of Reformation is Frankfurt, and then both Brandenburg and France immediately jumped upon the opportunity provided. Reformed has not yet triggered. Oh, Poland has gone Protestant. Interesting. So that could cause problems between Catholic Lithuania, although Lithuania right now is almost entirely Orthodox. Even though Lithuania itself is Catholic. So they've not done a lot of converting of those provinces just yet. Is Poland in a position to enforce faith with Lithuania? Would they even want to? Wait. Yeah, it is junior partner. I thought you had subject interactions with junior partners. Apparently you don't. Okay, never mind. So, anyone else embracing it? Ulm has not. Bavaria is starting to get it. A couple of the nations around Frankfurt are starting to get it. France is actually converting pretty quickly. Is he actually using missionaries to do that? Yeah, bloody hell. That's a lot of separatists. How are things so bad? Your prestige is awful. Legitimacy is pretty low, which isn't going to be helping matters. Losing money. Interesting, interesting. Lithuania gets the +4 tolerance of heretics idea, so no need to convert the land. Gotcha. And when does the Commonwealth happen? Admin 10. And we are currently at admin 8, so 2 more levels of admin, and then we'll see the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, at which point Muscovy goes, ah, that's a problem. Speaking of Muscovy, what are Nogai doing? Nogai are a tributary of the Great Horde. Really? I would say that's the not-so-great Horde, seeing as it's a 3-province minor. Genoa still exists. Muscovy's been surprisingly quiet so far. France is at war with Scotland. Oh, England declared war on Scotland at last. Okay, so we have the English expansion into Scotland now. France joining the English in their endeavours. This should do quite a lot to bump England up in the great power situation. Scotland being a nation of 106 development, England being a nation of 326, so that's going to be about 430 something, which is going to be just too low. Maybe 440, so they'll be close to Morocco, but not quite there yet. How far is Muscovy from Russia? I think they're the same thing, they just need the admin 10. Yep. So they're a little bit further behind than the Commonwealth are. And then at that point we should see Russian expansion rapidly through Siberia due to the Siberian expansion. Meanwhile, the Kamchandals have actually integrated their minions. So the Kamchandals very much planting their flag over here in eastern Siberia. Do they yet have the overseas exploration yet? No, they do not. They are still waiting for the Diplo points to get that. Meanwhile, you taking over more and more territory in Ming. It looks like Dali is having a couple of their own problems, though those are just peasants. Liang separatists are still around. Xi separatists are still around. Is Ming having any problems with these declaring their independence? Xi could well do. And Xi are the ones over here. They have taken a fort, which is going to make them harder to root out. 41 months, so 3 and a bit years. Almost 4. I think they're both Commonwealth and Russia just waiting for the technologies. Yes, I very much suspect that is true. And then at that point, Lithuania loses their +3 tolerance of heretics. Oh, they've already maxed out admin. And Diplo is also maxed out. Should be deving up Lithuania. Meanwhile, Ulm has expanded. Augsburg is once again a vassal, and they have taken over Osnabrück. Oh no. Oberschwaben, sorry. Osnabrück's like over... That's Osmark. Where's Osnabrück? Don't know. Although they are having rebels right now. Ulmer revolutionaries. Interesting. I'm not sure exactly what they're revolting about. It's too early for the revolutionary wars. Quick question, Zoroastrian Persia, is that still possible? Don't think so. Not sure. I'm trying to remember if there's actually a Zoroastrian province at the start of this game. I think that's just a CK2 thing. But I could be wrong. Or does it actually start with a province which is Zoroastrian? I mean, it's clearly being converted here. That's a good idea. Yes, let's do that. We'll go from player to player. We will take a look at their idea groups. So, England has got exploration and naval ideas. They are actually going through naval ideas very, very quickly, clearly trying to maintain their dominance at sea, or they've just got a lot of military points to spend. They've not been teching up militarily very much, so not really expecting continental wars, I guess, although that may come back to haunt them for the war against Scotland, because Scotland has a lot of troops pouring into England right now, and in fact Scotland has 28,000 against 46,000, but most of those are French. We do have French armies over in Ireland, so I guess the French are dealing with the Irish vassals right now, but Scotland moving into England right now, the English not really able to really do very much over there. The French Navy, the French Transport Navy, oh no, it is the French Navy without an admiral, currently facing off against Desmond, trying to inflict a few naval casualties there. I think that they were probably forced out because of a siege. Yeah, Cork was taken. Then England's trying to regroup, but they may well lose Northumberland in the meantime. They're only 15,000 men against the 29,000 over there. So the English will be relying on their French allies to actually take out Scotland here. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of wars of independence, I suspect. We've got, Flanders, Brabant and Holland all trying to get independence from Burgundy. Burgundy is really not in a position to resist this. 29,000 against 13,000. They've already taken 2 forts. it does very much look like those three are going to get independence here. So we could see the rise of a couple of the Dutch miners. And I am sure that Friesland is just sitting there going, interesting. This is very good.